Hello friends, good afternoon all of you. And let's see that very few students are there. Only I can see 15 students are connected only. So why that I don't know. But that is not fair. All you people have to ensure that you are attending the classes regularly. So anyway, those who have joined, out of that we people would like to continue. And here you people just tell me that what should we go with today? Which topic we should consider today? So will you like to have revision of voice? In short, we will revise and some questions like in previous session we people have done with, I think we have done with tenses. Okay, one quiz exercise was that we people have done in previous session that was based on tense. So in today's session, we people will just try to go for voice. In short, we'll just learn things about voice, and then we people will have similar kind of exercise based on voice also. Or whether we should go for verbal ability. So people just tell me what should we take in today's session. If you reply in that case, I can understand that with what we can go. What should we have? If not, then I'm going to continue with my own way. But here I would like to just ask for your opinion. So what you feel. If you think that we should go for voice, you just type voice in chat box. Or if you want to go with verbal ability, type verbal ability in chat box. Then we can go ahead. So I'm waiting for your response. Okay. So you are not giving me any kind of option. So I will go in my own way. So let's go for voice. So we are going to discuss about voice. So someone just reply me with my voice and the screen if it is audible. In that case, you just tell me yes, no, something like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
Yes,
thank
sir.
you, Mansi and others for replying. All right. So let's go. So in previous session, if you're clear with all concepts of tense, here I would like to tell you, there are many things which are related with tense. If your tense is clear, if you're able to use tense properly, it means that you're able to voice clearly. It also means that your direct speech and indirect speech, that is also going to be correct. Okay, so therefore voice, learning voice is based on tense. If you're not clear with tense, if you're not clear with all tenses, so that may make a difficulty or confusion for you to learn a voice. Okay, let it be. We'll just try to discuss it because already people have done with tense in previous sessions. So let's try to discuss voice here. Okay. In voice, you'll come to know generally what we mean by voice. Voice is something that is quality of volume. When right now I'm talking with you, so I'm using my voice. Okay, and so that voice is the meaning of in general. And if you think of other voice, that you may be voice of singers, voice of animals, voice of something, so that is general understanding of voice. But in grammar, what do you mean by voice? That is a relationship. Relationship of what? Relationship of subject and its verb, or it can be object and its verb. So based on that, you people decide that what kind of subject and verb you want to use. So that is a kind of relationship which defines the voice. All right. So based on this only, we people are going to have two types of voice. Okay. So which are these two types of voice? All we people know that these two types are active voice and passive voice. Okay. So here we people will talk about active voice, and here we people will talk about passive voice. So now I have a question for all of you. You people have to tell me, when do we use active voice and when do we use passive voice? Is there any kind of uh, rule? Is there any kind of way how you can just decide that you wanted to use active voice or you wanted to use passive voice? Or if I want to use active voice, I will continue with active voice. And if I want to use passive voice, I will use passive voice. Is it like this? Okay. Anyone? Use of active voice and passive voice. When should I use active voice? When should I use passive voice? If not clear, I will explain it in short. Okay. So when you wanted to use active voice, in active voice, what is important? Subject or doer of action. So what is doer of action? Okay, door of action is the one who is performing an action, that is called door of action, or generally it is subject. Okay, so subject does something, that is activity. Action is performed by subject. Maybe it can be singing, listening, reading, whatever activities are there, these things are done by subject. And here in active voice, subject or door of action is focused or highlighted. Focus means that comes in the beginning. If you come to know that subject is mentioned in the beginning, and that is highlighted. Highlighted in the sense that comes in the beginning, because of that it is highlighted. Okay, or it is focused. And in passive voice, what happens? You know that in passive voice, here subject does not matter. The person who is doing an action, that does not matter. Okay, so here what is important? Object is highlighted, or here we like to tell you that action is important. So what is done, that is important. Who has done, that is not important. How? Let's try to understand this with an example. Okay, so we'll take an example here. So can anybody tell me one example from active voice? First of all, tell me one example which can be into active voice. Immediately, you people involved here in this class, don't just stay connected. Right now, there are 35 students connected. So out of those 35, let me know if you are just learning it. Don't just get connected passively. So tell me one sentence, any example. One sentence I'm expecting. That can be into any voice. That can be in any tense. Okay. Yes, in chat box I got now. She sings a song. The writer wrote a story. Okay. Right now we'll take one. At later on we will go for another also. So first I will take this one. She sings a song. So this example we people will take here. Okay. So all of you will come to know in this example that here are certain things. So she sings a song. These are three words which are here in this sentence. Okay, all right. If you see what I told for active voice, that here subject is important. So if you just try to pay attention here, verb is singing. So who is singing here? So she is singing here. All right. So she is doing some action. So she is important, subject is important, and that is doing some action. So therefore, that subject came in the beginning of the sentence. Okay. All right. So similarly, we people will go for now. Same example we will try to see into passive, and that can be like this. So you can help me. So first of all, we will mention object. So what is object here? Song is object. Then based on tense, we people are going to choose the helping verb here in this sentence. So a song is singular, okay? So based on that, I'm going to use helping verb is. Then we people need to use past participle of main verb. So sing is main verb, sang is past tense, and sung is the past participle. And then the preposition by, and here you people will get the objective case of pronoun. A song is sung by her. So this is the case. Now observe two sentences and what we people have just discussed. If you thought of this first sentence, which is here in active voice, so subject came here in the beginning and that is highlighted, that is focused, that is emphasized, and so here that is important. Subject is important, okay? And then action and object that comes later on. But here in this example, you'll come to know that action is important. So what is action? A song is sung, that is important. Okay, so who sung? That does not matter. This part does not matter, and I would like to tell you this part has not mentioned. Sometimes it is not mentioned at all. You'll come to know like this. Maybe all of you might have read a sentence like this. Usually in the form of notice, you people might have come across like this. All the students are here by informed. So which is voice here? Active voice or passive voice is sentence? And then that remaining part be anything here, okay? So if you see here, all the students are hereby informed. This is into passive voice, okay? So you'll come to know informed by whom? That is not mentioned. Who is going to inform you? It can be class coordinator, it can be HOD, it can be principal, it can be anybody. So that is informing you. But here this sentence is into passive. So who is informing? That does not matter. That is not important even also. So what he is trying to inform, that is important. So here all the students are hereby informed. This sentence is into passive where door of action is not mentioned here. And if you think like this, here you people will come to know door of the action is very important, and that comes in the beginning. So that is the way when you wanted to highlight action or activity, use passive voice, and when you wanted to highlight the door of action or subject of that particular sentence, use active voice. So that is the difference between active voice and passive voice. So I hope that all you people might got it right. So there should not be any kind of question what active voice, what voice is, what active voice is, what passive voice is, and when we should use active voice and passive voice. Is it clear to everyone? If not clear, you ask me a question, sir. You said active voice is this, but I do not understand. Be bold, be frank, and don't afraid, don't hesitate to ask a question. And if it is clear, just let me know. You can use chat box or you can unmute and speak also. So is it clear whatever we people have just discussed? If it is clear to you, you just let it know. Just let me know that you're clear with this content, whatever we people have done so far. So people learn to reply. So if I'm going to teach only for 1 hour, that is going to become one-way communication. So here I don't want to make that. So we'll ask Adi Shakti. So roll number 10, Adi Shakti, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, if it is clear to Adi Shakti, it means that it is clear to everyone. Fine. So if it is clear to you, all you people just take note of it. Now we are going to see the next part. In various forms or in various activities or in communication, in simple words, in communication, we people come across that number of sentences that we people use in our oral communication or in our written communication. Okay, so all the sentences, they are not in active voice or they're not into passive voice. Sometimes you need to use active to passive, or sometimes vice versa, passive to active also. So in such case, you should learn or you should know how to convert any sentence from active to passive. Okay, from active to passive, or it can be from passive to active as well. That we people are going to learn. And if you want to convert any sentence from active to passive or vice versa, here I'm going to tell you 4 aspects or 4 elements that you should know and try to identify. So which are those 4 elements? First of all, you should be able to identify the subject of the given sentence. Okay, so you can tell me how to identify the subject of given sentence. So how to identify subject? That subject performs an action. So in sentence, it can be any noun or pronoun. For example, here it is she. So instead of she, it can be Rohit, Ganesh, Mahesh, or it can be anyone. So, and if that is doing some action, that becomes subject. Okay. So performs an action. It comes in the beginning. It can be a noun. It can be a pronoun also. This way, you people can identify subject of the given sentence. Next thing you should try to know, that should be verb. Okay, so now how to identify verb from a given sentence? Or you will come to know that verb shows an action in a sentence and that becomes verb. So here you'll come to know singing is an activity, sing is an action, so therefore sing is verb here in this sentence. Okay, then you people should be very clear that action that denotes that may have different verb forms. It is not only main verb, but with main verb there may come some helping verbs like this: amizar, was, were, do, does, did, have, has, had. So these helping verbs may come with main verb. Okay, that also you people need to understand. Then third aspect that we people will look here, and that will be object that we people are going to look for. Okay, so now can anybody tell me how to identify object of the given sentence? How to identify object in the given sentence? That action takes place on object. Only people try to understand. Or in simple words, if you ask a question with WH word what to the verb, the answer that you get, that answer is going to be an object. So the given sentence, for example, she sings a song. This is one sentence, okay? And here we are going to ask a question with what. How it can be? So the question can be like this: what does she sing? So this question, which is we have been asking with what. So answer you people are going to get, that is a song. Okay, so therefore a song is an object in this sentence. Okay, so this way you people can try to identify the object of the given sentence. And here is the last element, last part that you people should know, and that is tense. In the beginning of this session only, I have told you that how to be clear with tenses, because if you are not clear with tense, there is possibility that you may make some mistakes in your voice, changing from active to passive. So here we are not learning from point of view of let's say grammar only, or from the point of exam only, but in communication as well. As you people belong to civil engineering, and if you're planning to appear for competitive exams like MPSC, UPSC, civil services, or there are a number of competitive exams from civil department. Okay, if you're planning for that, you should be clear with your grammar concepts, all tense, voice, speech, articles, prepositions, conjunctions, everything. Okay, so therefore you just be clear with that. So tense helps you to convert any sentence correctly into active to passive, or it can be vice versa as well. Okay, if you are clear with that 4 elements, then what can be done? How to change? So you know, in passive, while converting sentence from active to passive, we begin with what? We begin with object. So object is written in the first place of the sentence, or in the beginning of the sentence. The object that you found here, that you are going to mention here in the beginning. Okay, next step, what you people can do? You have to use helping verbs. Which helping verbs you are going to use? Depending upon the tense that you have found out. For example, here the tense is simple present. In that case, helping verbs can be amizar. If you find it out that it is past tense, you have to use to which forms in the past. It can be was, were, it can be have, has. So depending upon tense, you are going to use helping verbs. Okay. Then we'll go to the next step, and in next step you are going to use past participle of the main verb. So what is past participle of main verb? What is past participle of main verb? That is V3 form. In short, you just try to understand like this. That is V3 form of verb. Okay, that in all passive sentences, you'll come to know that V3 form is used. Tense may be anything. It may be present, past, future, but past participle is used. Here you can see in the given example, she sings a song. So sung is past participle of sing. Sing, sang, sung, like this. Okay. Then here, next point, people have to use preposition by. Okay. Use preposition by. Sometimes I have told you it may not be there because who is doing an action, that is not important, and so it is not mentioned also. And after preposition by, last step, you are going to put the subject of active voice at the end. At the end. Okay, so this way you people can convert any sentence of active voice into passive, and we'll see how to convert vice versa also. From passive to active also we'll try to understand. Okay, so here are some certain examples. If the subject is pronoun, in that case you people have to change like this. If it is pronoun I, you have to convert is me. If it is we, then what it will be? If it is we, it will be us. Okay, in passive voice we are using objective case. If it is you, in that case it is going to remain you. Okay, if it is he, it is going to become him. Okay, if it is she, it is going to become her. If it is it remains it as it is. If it is they, it becomes them. Okay, this way you people need to bring changes. Now we'll try to see one example with vice versa. Now the given sentence, if it is into passive, how to convert that into active, that we people will try to see here. Okay, if you understood this active to passive, I'm sure that you are going to understand easily passive to active. Okay, so here also you people are clear with those four elements, that subject, verb, object, and tense. So now we'll just go how to convert that. So first of all, what you are going to begin with? You are going to begin with subject. Okay, write the subject in the first place. So here subject is at the end. Here people have mentioned subject is at the end. So that subject you are mentioning in the beginning. And if it is pronoun, for example, it is me, you are going to mention I. If it is us, you are going to mention we. If it is you, you. If it is him, he. If it is her, she. If it is it, same. If it is them, they. Like this. Then next step, you are using correct form of the verb. So how to use correct form of verb? So that depends upon that which helping verbs you people have used. For example, if it is amizar and V3, that means simple present, you are going to use V1. If it is was, were, and then V3, then in that case tense is different. From that you are going to identify the tense of the sentence. Use correct form of the verb. Okay. And here last step is that put object at the end. Simple. And what are the object which is in the beginning in the active voice, that you are going to put that into end. Okay. Here we'll take example of Pranali. So Pranali has given the writer wrote a story. So same example, we'll take it like this. A story was written by the writer. Okay, so this sentence is in which voice? Tell me, which voice? Active voice or passive voice?
Passive voice.
Yes. It is in passive. Now we are converting that into active. So for active, what is there? That first of all, the 4 points where we are going to observe here, the same 4 points: subject, verb, object, and tense. So in passive, all we know that subjects come at the after preposition by. So here the writer is subject and it is performing some action. Now we are going to find out verb. So what is verb here? Was written is verb form. Okay. Then next is here you are going to identify object. A story is object here in this sentence. And who will tell me tense of this sentence? A story was written by the writer. Tell me the tense. We have done with tense.
Simple past.
Mansi, you got it right. That is simple past. So here so many students may get confused that here is was and then written. So which tense? So that is simple past. Okay, all right. So now here we are going through the process. We want to write subject in the beginning. So subject is the writer. Okay, that we wrote. And all we people know in active voice, if it is simple past, what kind of verb form is that? That is V2. So therefore, your verb is going to be wrote. And then your object is going to come at the end of story like this. So this is just for your understanding. I hope that everything is clear. Is it clear? For any question, doubt, if it is, you can ask. So nobody's replying. It means everything is clear. I will take from my end that nobody's saying something, nobody's asking it. It means that everything is clear to you people. Okay, all right. So now here I will clear this screen and we are going to just revise. In short, I'm going to revise all the types of sentences that people use in voice. Okay. If you want, you can take screenshot of this screen. Just to wait, I will make the screen clear and then we people will wait for. All right. So let's begin. We'll go now here tense wise. So you can revise your tense as well as you can revise voice here. So in present tense, all you people will just go with first present tense, that is simple present. Okay. So in simple present, all you people know if it is active voice, an active voice structure is subject like this. Then object is there and then verb is here. Verb is here and then object is here. Okay, so this is the structure of sentences in active voice. Now here I'm going to give you people structure only. So if you are going to think of passive voice, okay, in passive voice you'll come to know like this: object is in the beginning. After object, what will come? That am, is, are will appear here. After am is our main verb. In passive voice, always verb will be in V3 form, and then your preposition by, and then your subject will appear here. So here again, I want one example. That example we are going to use in all kind of sentences. So tell me one more example immediately. Tell me one example in simple present tense in active voice. So your example is going to be like this. Yes. Mansi, 1 second, please.
She is speaking English.
Okay, so here we will get it into simple present like this. She speaks English. Okay. And now just talk this same example here. We will just see like this. It will be like this. English is spoken by her. So you can feel the difference. Try to understand how sentences can vary. Okay. Now here we'll go with second tense, and that will be present continuous. In present continuous, you will come to know if the sentences are in active voice. In that case, structure comes like subject, then there is M is R. Okay, after M is R, then you people are going to use main verb. Main verb is in which form? ING form. And then you people have to write down object. Okay, and if it is passive voice, in passive voice, how it can change? It will be like this. Object is in the beginning. All right. After object, M is R here also. After M is R, main verb, but before main verb, you people have to think about being, because main verb is carrying ing suffix. So you are using here being, and then here your main verb will be in which form? V3 form. And then your preposition by will come here, and your subject will come at the end. Okay, so let's try to, we'll use the same example. Same example will be like this. She is speaking English. All right. And if it is passive, in that case, it can be like this. English is being spoken by her. Any confusion? Because it may confuse you. Why it may confuse you? Because here is M is R. Try to understand. M is R may confuse you. Here is M is R. Here is also M is R. Here is also M is R. So these helping verbs are common in these three types of sentences. But don't just go for M is R. Try to understand what comes after M is R here. What is here after M is R? Here it is V3. What is after here M is R? Here after M is R, here is VING. So what is here after M is R? Here after M is R, there is being V3. So depending upon this, you are going to define, identify, or make it clear. If it is M is R V3, that is passive voice in simple present tense. Passive voice in simple present tense will carry M is R V3. If it is M is R VING, that is active voice present continuous. You are going to remember like this. If it is M is R being V3, you are going to understand this is passive voice present continuous like this. I hope that you people are getting it. Any difficulty? Any difficulty? If there is any difficulty, you ask me. Okay, we'll talk about here now present perfect. Okay, so if it is present perfect, in present perfect, let's talk about active voice. So sentences will be like this: subject. Okay, now here you people are thinking about have or has. After have has, you're going to use main verb. That main verb is here in V3 form, past participle, and then here is your object. Okay, into passive. Now if into passive, it will be like this. You are using object here in the beginning. All right. So after this, you are using here also have, has. After have, has, remember here it is been. And after been, your main verb is into V3 form. Then remaining part is as preposition by, and then subject will appear here. So example that we are discussing, she has spoken English. Okay, it will be like this. Meanwhile, you can guess. I hope that you can guess the passive voice of this. Okay, so it can be like this. English has been spoken by her. I hope that there is no difficulty. All right. So here we people have done with present tense. Only three tenses: simple present, present continuous, present perfect. Only these three tenses they change into passive. If you are thinking about present perfect continuous, that will not change into passive voice. Okay. So with this, here we will go with now past tense. Okay. So here is now past tense. So in past tense also, we'll go with now simple past. Let's try to understand with simple past now. If it is active voice, you tell me structures. Who will tell me? Because only I'm speaking. The people Whether you're paying attention or not, I don't know. So tell me, what kind of sentence structure is here in active voice? Someone quickly. Okay, I think there is no one. Mansi, you just tell me.
Subject plus past form of the verb plus object.
Past form, that is, we'll take it here. That is V2. All right. Okay, fine. So let's talk about now passive voice. Okay. In passive, object in the beginning. All right. After object, was or were. That people are going to choose. And after that, here your main verb, and that main verb will be into V3 form. Your preposition by and then subject. Same example we'll consider here. She spoke English. All right. And here it will be English was spoken by her. I hope that it makes sense to you. Then let's go for past continuous. So in past continuous, if it is active voice, Mansi, just tell me what comes in past continuous.
Subject plus was were plus VING plus O.
Yes, you're right. VING, and then here it will be object. Let's talk about passive voice. Passive voice will be similar. Object in the beginning. You're using was or were. Then you people are thinking here also of being. Why? Because main verb is having ing. So therefore here is also being. Now here your main verb, and that main verb is in which form? V3 form. And then here your preposition by, and then your subject will appear here. So take example, she was speaking English. All right. In passive, it will be English. Oh, English. Okay. Was being spoken. It's quite simple. And now here, past perfect. Okay, if it is active voice, Mansi, tell me what will come here? Subject.
Subject plus had plus V3 plus O.
Yes, exactly. So like this, the people are thinking an active voice. Okay, all right. If it is passive, in that case, object will write in the beginning. After object, you are going to choose had here, which is already only one. Here also been, and after being, your main verb will appear here into V3, and then your preposition by, and then subject will come here at the end. All right. So see example. She had spoken English. And in passive, it will be English had been spoken by her. It's simple. Here we have done with past tense also, because if you think that past perfect continuous also will not be converted into passive voice, right? So here also it may confuse similar kind of things. Here is was where, okay, but after was where here is V3. Here is also was where, okay, after was where here is VING. Here is also was where, but after was where here is being V3. So don't get confused with tense. And here also, if it is had been, here it is had been, after had been, here is V3. And in past perfect continuous, you will come to know that there is had been VING. That is also one structure. Okay. If it is past perfect continuous, it can be like this: had been VING. But here had been, it is V3. Same here also, you may get another structure of present perfect continuous. It is like this: has or have been VING. Okay, so here also you should not get confused that has or have been VING, has or have been V3. So that may make you confused. All right, I hope that all you people are getting it clear. You can place another example here instead of she speaks English, and you can try. So here we'll just go for now future tense, if it is clear to you. So in future tense, we have only two tenses that we people can use to convert it into passive voice. That's first of all simple future. Is the screen visible clearly? If it is active voice, Mansi, tell me what comes here. Subject.
Subject plus shall oblique will plus V1 plus object.
Yes. Main verb in first form and object. All right. So if it is passive, we'll see it like this. Object in the beginning. Shall or will here. After shall and will, you people are using here be. After be, your main verb is into past participle. Then your preposition will come here and your subject will appear at the end. See example. She will speak English. And here you people can use English will be spoken by her. Okay. And here now we'll go with, I think that screen may not be visible. So I will just remove this one. The structure of present perfect continuous, not necessary. Present of past perfect continuous, not necessary. And now here we'll talk about future continuous. If you're thinking future continuous will not be changed into passive voice. So future perfect, we'll go here with future perfect. All right. So in future perfect, if it is active voice, Mansi, you just tell me. Subject.
Subject plus shall oblique will plus have plus V3 plus O.
Have plus V3 plus object. Yes, exactly. And if we are thinking of passive voice here, it will be like this: object, shall or will. All right. After shall and will, here also you are using have, been. After been, main verb, which is already in V3, and then your preposition by, and then your subject will appear here. Okay. And see the example here. It will be like this. She will have spoken English. And here it will become like this. English will have been spoken by her. And here we have done with all tenses. Only two cases left. That two cases are like modal auxiliaries. One is modal auxiliaries and another one is imperative sentence. Okay. So we'll talk here. In short, I will talk here about imperative sentence. Okay. If it is imperative sentence, in imperative sentence, you know, in active voice, what comes? Verb, V1, and then object. All right. And in passive, it will begin with what? Anybody has any idea? If it is imperative sentence and that is into passive, it will begin with what?
Late.
Yes, you're right, Mans. Late. Then here you are going to put your object. After object, you're using be. After be, you're going to use main verb, which is here in V3. Okay, so example we'll see here like this. Speak English. Here it will be late. English be spoken like this. So you'll come to know here you can replace in simple future. Here you just try to mention modal auxiliaries also. It is similar for models. You can replace shall or will with model. If it is can, it will be similar. If it can be should, it can be must, it can be any other model auxiliaries also. You people can use here like simple future. So any doubt, any question about voice? Tell me. Anyone? Ask me some questions. I feel that you people should ask me questions so that I can understand you are getting it, understanding it. If you are not asking any question, I feel that whatever I'm teaching, it is not understandable. So therefore, I always ask me questions. So right now I can see 40 students are connected here. So anyone having any questions? Okay, fine. So Chaitrali, from Chaitrali, no questions, no doubt. Fine. Any other? Let me ask Minal, roll number 24. Minal, any question? Is it audible? Are you paying attention, Minal? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay, from Mayuri also? That's fine. So that's all for today. Here we'll stop. And in next session, we are going to have some exercise based on voice, similar to tense. And I'm planning to begin with some activities. So if people just tell me whether you would like to have oral communication activities or should we go for verbal ability? What we can plan? Do you like to have some maybe discussion on a topic so where you people can speak? If it is oral activities, it means that you people have to speak. Okay, we'll plan it, but all of you need to come prepared. So Mansi, that's fine that we'll go for oral activity. Any other people? What do you think? Let me know. If you're planning, then we will go for discussion, group discussion, okay? Okay, fine. So for oral activity, the people just take down 1-2 topics. Topics I will give you for you, your preparation. The people come prepared and we'll discuss that topic. Okay. And those can be like this. Teamwork versus individual work. You can also prepare for blended learning. Normal. You can also go for impact of news channels. Society. Fourth one, simpler, that will be city versus village, like this. And apart from this, someone should come prepared for individual presentation also. So what I mean by individual presentation, you people can choose one topic. That topic can be chosen from any of the your area of interest. It can be, let's say, sports. It can be history. It can be politics. It can be, let's say, movie. It can be book. It can be entertainment. It can be anything that you like. Recent trends, maybe in civil engineering, maybe in machines, maybe into computers, maybe anywhere that you would like to see. Or it can be about pollution, environment, government, or anything. You just choose one topic, and based on that, you just prepare presentation, oral presentation that can be for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, that can be for 2 to 3 minutes. That will be enough. Maximum 5 minutes will be given. Okay. So we people have started this kind of activities for CSC and ENTC also. So I feel that you people will also take it personally, and all you people just try to use it because that is very important. English communication is with you for your entire life. It is not just for first year, second year, but with for your entire life. So will you come prepared like this? Will you come prepared? Say yes. Say yes. Nobody should say no. So we'll take attendance here. Roll number 1, 3 is present. Then 8, 9, 11. 14, 15, 16. 17, 18, 19. 20, 21. 22, 23. 24, 27. 30, 32. 34, 35. 36, 41. 42, 43. 46, 47. 51, 53. 56, 60. 61, 62. 63, 65. 66, 70. 71, 75. So these are only present numbers. All right, with this, we are going to stop here, but I did not get any kind of response whether you people will come prepared for this kind of activities. Mansi, it depends upon you. If you are comfortable with PPT, that's fine. If you think that PPT, making of PPT is complicated and it may take time also. So in that case, it's okay. But if it is simple for you and convenient for you, in that case, it will be better. I will allow you to present your topic with PPTs also. So it is as per your choice. If it is okay, I will allow you. If it is not, only oral will be okay. Fine. So with that, we'll stop here. We'll meet in next session. But come prepared. Nobody should give me excuses, sir. We are not prepared. We don't know, or something like this. Okay. So that should be done. All right. So let's stop here. I will end this meeting. Should I end this meeting now?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.